start off, India has more than 1 billion square foot getting constructed, every year. And even if we save like $1 per square foot using technology tools, we just that by itself is more than $1 billion savings, just like that, right? Now, what is happening here is, as the other panelists rightly said earlier, especially in India, construction, especially in the small and medium segment, has traditionally been operated in very unorganized fashion, and it's not exactly been the most efficient way of doing things, right? And that is where digitization can then give companies the kind of competitive advantage that can make or break companies in the future. Because as in when some of the companies move on and keep getting better efficiencies, other people will be forced to follow on and get these efficiencies onboarded as well. So it's better to be earlier working on these adoption practices than later. Just to take our case for example, like Arunabha kind of hinted about it. We have been able to almost double our profit margins while cutting costs in the last 1.5 years during this pandemic, right? So we are specifically working on some of these aspects over improving productivity in our sites, reducing rework, reducing wastage, and we've been able to successfully achieve at least a portion of that. I mean, we believe that we've still only scratched the surface, and there's a whole lot of way to go further, right? Also, like Mr. Srita said earlier, we will see the transition from standalone software tools like just the designer using something and just converting his or her current processes into a digital medium, from standalone tools like that to collaborative tools which span across the value chain. So and in scenarios like that, data is obviously going to be the king. And we've been investing very heavily on having deep and useful data available, right? So with proper data capture and analysis, we can have the kind of continuous improvement which can keep these competitive advantages intact for each of these organizations out there, right?
Sure.
Equally important is to be able to improve upon the poor customer experience that you were kind of talking about. So in our case, we've been able to successfully use virtual reality to engage customers, communicate better. We've been able to use our proprietary stack to improve costing efficiency. We've been able to create systems to automatically deliver progress updates to customers through our mobile app. So companies have to be doing these things to achieve better and better efficiencies to keep keep the lead between themselves. In the second part of the question, in terms of the pandemic, the lockdowns have actually given the opportunity for to everyone to actually take pause, stock check, look deeper into organizational operational efficiencies. And the obvious direction to actually create these efficiencies is to put due efforts in terms of digitization, and we are already seeing that across the sector. On the short-term basis, everyone will obviously need to focus on the tools which are readily available right now. I mean, for example, the adoption of building information modeling in a country like India is still very, very low, right? So on short-term basis, everyone should be kind of looking at onboarding these tools well. And as far as long-term goals are concerned, no one has any more doubt on whether digital adoption is going to happen, because the pandemic has kind of forced everyone, the young and the old and the technologically savvy and people who are averse to technology, everyone to kind of onboard these platforms and tools spanning across departments like contracts, financing, payments, planning, tracking, everything. Sure. And that precisely is the long-term view. The onboarding is kind of inevitable. That is the direction. Value is going to be created. Better jump on the vehicle.